Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Osama Shah. Tensions flared in the Parliament as Congress accused the BJP of silencing opposition voices, with MP Gaurav Gogoi alleging that procedural rules are being weaponized to muzzle the leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi. Rahul fired back, questioning what the ruling party fears, while the BJP dismisses it as a distraction tactic. Meanwhile, the opposition has sent a letter to the Lok Sabha Speaker raising several issues about parliamentary functioning.
0 hour today. Will they be allowed today?
I'm not allowed to speak, brother. I don't know what we're scared of. Sir, you should say this on camera, sir, please.
इंडिया अलायंस का एक डेलीगेशन शून्यकाल के समय में आदरणीय अध्यक्ष महोदय से मिले और हमने अपनी सामूहिक चिंता और सामूहिक दुख आदरणीय अध्यक्ष महोदय के समक्ष रखा कि किस प्रकार से सत्ता पक्ष सदन की परंपरा, नियमों और संस्कृति का उल्लंघन कर रही है.
Speaker has been very considerate. Speaker has been giving ample time to all the members of the parliament. Who prevents Rahul Gandhi ji to speak on the Immigration and Foreigners Bill 2025? Let me ask you. Why 0 hour? He can come up and he can say that he wants to speak on the bill. And who can prevent him? Rahul Gandhi ji, who doesn't even sit in the Lok Sabha. I will just request him, as a member of the Lok Sabha, as his colleague in the Lok Sabha, that he should actually find more time for the Lok Sabha. He should be seated in the Lok Sabha. I want to ask him how many Rule 377 issues he has raised so far.
The Union Home Minister Amit Shah attacked the West Bengal government as well as the TMC, replying in the Lok Sabha on the Immigration and Foreigners Bill 2025. The Union Home Minister said that the fencing work of 450 kilometers is pending because the West Bengal government is not giving land for it. Meanwhile, he also said that the West Bengal government is showing mercy to the infiltrators.
और इसके माध्यम से ही देश का विकास भी हम सुनिश्चित कर पाएंगे. जो देश को विकसित करने के लिए आते हैं, व्यापार के लिए आते हैं, शिक्षा के लिए आते हैं, R&D के लिए आते हैं, वो सबका मैं स्वागत करता हूं. और सुरक्षा को जो खतरे में डालेंगे उन पर हमारी कड़ी नजर भी होगी, निगरानी भी. दुनिया की सबसे माइनॉरिटी अगर कोई विश्व में सम्मान के साथ रहती है कोई देश में, तो मेरे भारत में रहती है.
I think this law is likely to be misused. We have seen in the past that a Indian person who wants to visit India to look after the elderly parents are often barred from entering India. They don't get the requisite visas only because of their political opinions, only because they are critics of this government. To debar a visa to a person only for their political ideology, I believe it's very wrong. That has been done by this government on numerous occasions in this past, and this new law will give only more teeth to this government to carry out this action.
Turning up the heat on judicial accountability, heads of 6 High Court Bar Associations met with Chief Justice Sanjeev Khanna and the Supreme Court Collegium, demanding action in the Justice Yashwant Verma cash case, calling for an FIR, the withdrawal of his transfer and a revamp of the judiciary's accountability mechanisms. The delegation, led by Allahabad High Court Bar Association President Anil Tiwari, pressed for transparency amid an ongoing lawyers' strike.
There should be more accountability in the judiciary. That is the gist of what 6 High Court Bar Association heads from across India today discussed with the senior-most judges of the Supreme Court, including CJI Sanjeev Khanna, in the fallout of Justice Yashwant Verma cash case.
हमारी जितनी भी डिमांड्स हैं उसको वो कंसीडर करेंगे and will take a suitable decision.
In a big development today, the CJI accepted their demand for a meeting with the Collegium in the Supreme Court. Subsequently, the Bar Association members seemed to mellow a bit and said they might consider calling off the strike by lawyers of the Allahabad High Court.
Going on strike is not a decision of one person. Going on strike is a decision of 35,000 lawyers who forms the General House. This decision has been taken by General House. As a president, it is my duty to communicate the latest development to the General House, and then General House will take the decision. Why you preempt that General House will not consider the request of CGI? Why you prevent that we are not able to understand the feelings of the judiciary? We are not able to understand the feelings of the people.
The delegation of Bar Association heads won the collegium to withdraw the transfer of Justice Yashwant Verma to Allahabad High Court and to withdraw all administrative work from him. Calling for an FIR against Justice Verma, they said that had criminal law set in motion at the right time, evidence would not have been destroyed. In these kinds of crimes, there would be involvement of others, and non-registration of criminal case would adversely affect their prosecution. The joint statement by them said.
Today, the Bar Association heads have called upon the Supreme Court to lay down accountability standards for judges of the higher judiciary and reassess the current in-house procedures approved by the Supreme Court in 1999. They have also sought restatement of values of judicial life as approved in 1997. With camera person Panchanand, Nupur Dogra reporting from New Delhi for NDTV.
The language war escalated as Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's attack on Tamil Nadu's DMK over the three-language policy drew a sharp rebuke from Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, who called it a dark political comedy. While the BJP defended the policy as a boost for native languages, its ally hopeful AIA-DMK doubled down on Tamil Nadu's two-language stance, backing Stalin's resolution.
देश को भाषा के नाम पे या क्षेत्र के नाम पे नहीं बांटा जाना चाहिए। तमिल भारत की प्राचीनतम भाषाओं में से एक है और इसका इतिहास उतना ही पुराना है जितना संस्कृत का इतिहास है। ये केवल एक संकीर्ण राजनीति है। जब इन लोगों के वोट बैंक खिसकते हैं तो ये लोग इसी प्रकार की क्षेत्रीयता की और भाषाई आधार पर बांटने की दुर्विसंधि करते हैं।
That comment by UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath got a sharp hit back from M.K. Stalin, who called it a political black comedy at its darkest. This just hours after Yogi called the ruling DMK stand against the centre's three-language policy narrow politics, divisive and Hindi hatred. M.K. Stalin further slammed Yogi, saying, "This is not riot for votes politics." The fight against three-language policy, he says, is a battle for dignity and justice.
First, let him get his house in order and under control. We see the kind of hate politics which is happening in Uttar Pradesh. How houses have been demolished just because they are opposing the government.
I endorse the statement of the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister. Nobody is dividing the nation on linguistic lines. All we are opposing is the compulsory imposition of Hindi on us.
The BJP argues three-language policy is not Hindi imposition, but promotes mother tongue learning and strengthens native languages.
They are not concentrating on the basic people's issue at all. They are taking the language issue, they are taking the delimitation issue, now they have taken the work force issue. Work force issue, so many problems, law and order problem is there. They are not talking that in the assembly.
But in a major embarrassment to the BJP, AIADMK Chief Edappadi Palaniswamy, who the BJP is keen to woo over, today reiterated his party's commitment to two-language policy. Causing more damage to the BJP, his party also supported M.K. Stalin's assembly resolution urging the centre to drop the Waqf Amendment Bill, even as the BJP walked out.
ஏற்கனவே அனைத்து இந்திய அண்ணா திராவிட முன்னேற்றக்கூடிய கொள்கை இன்றைக்கு பேர் அண்ணா காலத்திலும் சரி, பொன்மனச்செம்மல் புரட்சித் தலைவர் எம்ஜிஆருடைய காலத்திலும் சரி, மாண்பு அம்மாவுடைய காலத்திலும் சரி, தமிழகத்தில் இருமொழி கொள்கை தொடர வேண்டும் என்ற நிலைப்பாடு, அதையே தொடர வேண்டும் என்று அவருடைய வலியுறுத்தி மனு கொடுத்திருக்கிறோம்.
Ahead of the 2026 assembly elections in Tamil Nadu, the ruling DMK is turning the emotional language issue into a key poll narrative against the BJP that aspires to shake hands with its arch rival, the AIADMK. However, the BJP that has a negligible presence in Tamil Nadu continues its tough stance on the three-language policy, even withholding funds to the state. The big question, is Yogi's attack a masterstroke or advantage DMK? In Chennai, Sam Daniel, for NDTV.
Well, the Telangana government passed a resolution on delimitation. Chief Minister Revanth Reddy, he moved a resolution in the House which states that southern states' representation is going to drop and that the seats could fall from 24% to just 19%. M.K. Stalin has welcomed Revanth Reddy's move. Meanwhile, a shocking murder case has been reported from Karnataka, Bengaluru. A body was chopped into 8 to 10 pieces, a gruesome murder. It has sent shockwaves across the city after a woman's dismembered body was found stuffed inside a suitcase at a residence near Hulimavu in Bengaluru. The victim, identified as 32-year-old Gauri Anil Sambekar, was allegedly murdered by her husband, Rakesh, a native of Maharashtra. Now, according to reports, the accused contacted Gauri's parents and confessed to the heinous crime over a phone call. The Calcutta High Court on Thursday directed the Jadavpur University not to invite any political functionary to programs organized by the institution. The High Court said that no political leaders will be allowed in the campus and that the functions should only have academicians as participants.
Well, the directions from the Calcutta High Court has been out just a short while ago. The university campus is closed today for a weekly holiday. The state government is closed today, and this petition was filed by a citizen group here in Kolkata demanding directions from the Calcutta High Court to ensure safety and security of students, faculty, teaching and non-teaching staff within the campus. To remind the viewers, on March 1st, violence broke out within the campus when Education Minister Bratto Basu had attended a program within the campus, and a scuffle broke out between him and the students here at Jadavpur University. Thereafter, the PIL was filed, and today during the hearing, the Chief Justice of the Calcutta High Court has directed the university not to invite any politicians holding any party posts for seminars or programs within the college campus, because it creates a negative environment and the atmosphere within the campus is not conducive, urging the university to invite essentially academicians for such seminars, past and present. Now, this is of course an important direction coming in from the High Court, because time and again we have seen violence within the campus of Jadavpur University, and we have seen political leaders getting heckled by students within the campus. Of course, the students have been raising their demand for student body elections, and that is where this entire problem had developed from. But now with this fresh direction, we'll have to wait and see what the response of the university and the state government is when the High Court hears this matter again after 3 weeks. In the meanwhile, the university and the state government have been asked to file affidavits before the Calcutta High Court, giving their response as to what measures have been taken to ensure safety of students and faculty teaching and non-teaching within the campus.
Time for a very short break. More news and updates on the other side. Welcome back. A fierce gun battle in a remote forested area of Kathua district has left 2 terrorists dead, and as per police sources, 3 policemen have been killed in action. 5 others have been injured. 2 terrorists were killed in gun battle and 3 to 4 terrorists are still holed up. The operation is currently underway.
Well, some of this operation is underway. It is day 5 of this operation, and today 3 policemen have been killed in action. The number of fallen policemen could be 4, according to a senior police officer. But the bodies have not been retrieved so far because the terrain and the presence of militants were still at large, even as 2 heavily armed militants have been killed already during this encounter. Police during this operation for 5 days have shown exemplary courage. At one point, They when there was the first contact on Sunday, militants managed to escape, but they didn't let them go easily. So they chased them up to other 20 kilometers and encircled them, cordoned them in a jungle area where a close combat, took place today, in which 3 policemen have been killed. And as I said, according to another police officer, the number could be 4, but the bodies have not been retrieved. They don't want anyone else to lose life while retrieving the body during the night. But top police officer, he's confident that they will track down other militants. This is reportedly a terror group of Jaish-e-Mohammed, who were heavily armed, and they are reportedly equipped with M4 American rifles, because those magazines which they had left behind on Sunday last, they were recovered, which gives clear indication they are carrying M4 rifles, and there were also other arms and ammunition which has been recovered. But this was the deadliest operation. But the way in last 5 days, police and the security forces, without proper sleep, without proper food, and fighting in most inhospitable areas, chased these militants, finally killed 2 militants today. And they are saying they can kill remaining militants who have been cordoned, and they say there is no possibility they can escape it now. But during this encounter, police have actually given sacrifices. 3 or 4 policemen have lost their lives in this encounter. 5 others, including a DSP rank officer, have been injured. So this is an ongoing operation, ongoing encounter where police have suffered casualties. At the same time, they have risked their lives, but didn't let militants, heavily armed militants, go and chase them, trap them, and kill 2 militants so far. And are expected, they are saying they're confident to, track down all 2 or 3 more who are still at large in these jungles.
And the National Human Rights Commission has responded to NDTV's campaign, Justice for Chaitanya, highlighting the case of Chaitanya, a nursing student who died after a 3-month coma allegedly triggered by harassment from a warden. The NHRC has issued notices to senior Kerala bureaucrats signaling action from the top human rights body following the media spotlight.
Justice delayed is justice denied. The 20-year-old third-year nursing student Chaitanya, who attempted suicide in 2024, 7th December, and slipped into coma for almost 3 months because of alleged harassment by the warden. She finally passed away on 22nd March, on Saturday. And till now, there have been allegations against the warden of the institute where she studied nursing, but there has been no arrest. But because of consistent coverage of the aftermath of Chaitanya's suicide and the criminal investigation that is underway, the National Human Rights Commission, the NHRC, has taken cognizance of this case and has asked the Kerala Chief Secretary as well as the DGP to submit a report within a span of 4 weeks regarding the investigation of this case. The NHRC has issued a notice to the top bureaucrats to put pressure on the police officials to fast-track the investigation. We at NDTV conducted a thorough campaign. We spoke to the distraught parents, the police officers, the students, the eyewitnesses, and what we are given to understand is that the parents demand justice. The parents demand the warden to be arrested. The students, however, only 3 students have given their testimonies. More student statements are required by the police. The police have registered the case under unnatural death, but to alter it to abatement of suicide, it requires more and more testimonies of students, whereas the institution has suspended the warden earlier only, but did not respond to the media's questions. It has evaded its responsibility, and Chaitanya's story definitely highlights the need for mental health interventions in institutions, as well as reduction of increasing moral policing in the hostels. And of course, we at NDTV showed the aftermath of this case, and we demanded justice for Chaitanya, and now we have seen been a positive development with the NHRC taking cognizance of this matter, with the bureaucrats who will have to now submit a report within a span of 4 weeks. With camera person Xavier, this is Shreya Ghosh for NDTV Kerala.
And Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday spoke with King Philippe of Belgium, discussing shared close bilateral ties between the two countries, along with boosting trade and investment, along with advancing collaboration in innovation. The Prime Minister's conversation comes amid reports of fugitive Indian businessman Mehul Choksi living in Belgium's Antwerp with his wife Preeti Choksi, who is a Belgian citizen.
The issue of Mehul Choksi may or may not have been discussed, but what is relevant here is that with any country which India has good bilateral trade, these issues automatically becomes the part of conversation, becomes the issue of priority. And that is why Prime Minister has spoke to the King of Belgium, that is like a couple of weeks after the economic mission which had come to India for promoting bilateral trade had gone back, and Prime Minister spoke about reviewing, actually the conversation focused around reviewing the entire gamut of trade relations with Belgium. But as you rightly pointed out, the issue of Mehul Choksi may or may not have been discussed in that conversation, which has not been shared either by the Prime Minister's office here in India or by the Belgian King's office.
That's all we have for you. Keep watching NDTV for more news and updates.